dear cosmic souls. It's good to have you back. For centuries, people across cultures and spiritual traditions have attributed deeper meaning to physical experiences during their spiritual awakening journey, such as moments of lightheadedness, airplane ear, tingling sensations in their fingers. Many have interpreted the tingling of fingers, often dismissed as a mere physiological occurrence, as a gateway to spiritual insights and cosmic connections. This phenomenon has intrigued mystics, healers, and seekers alike, sparking conversations about energy flows, divine communications, and the awakening of latent spiritual abilities. While science may offer rational explanations for these sensations, the spiritual perspective invites us to explore other interpretations that connect our physical experiences to the metaphysical world. From chakra activations to angelic presence, the tingling of fingers opens up a fascinating realm of possibilities, challenging us to look beyond the surface and contemplate our place in the grand spiritual world of existence. While these interpretations exist in various spiritual and religious contexts, tingling sensations can also have physiological causes. If persistent or concerning, it's advisable to consult with a healthcare professional to rule out any medical conditions. All right, dear chosen ones, here are 8 mind-bending spiritual interpretations of why your digits might be doing the cha-cha and what it could mean for you. However, before we blast off, if you're new to our little corner of the universe, smash that subscribe button faster than a UFO on turbo boost. And hey, if your fingers are tingling right now, take it as a sign from the wonderful beyond to hit that like button. Don't fight the universe, people. You know, I'm all about energy exchange and appreciate your support. It keeps my spiritual batteries charged like a coffee maker on a Monday morning. Now let's dive into these fascinating interpretations. 1. Tingling in the fingers or hands may signify blocked energy channels opening up or an impending spiritual awakening. Various spiritual traditions and holistic healing practices deeply root this concept. The idea is that our bodies are not just physical entities, but also conduits for subtle energy. This energy, often referred to as qi in Chinese traditions or prana in Indian philosophies, is believed to flow through specific channels or meridians in our body. When these energy channels become blocked, it can lead to physical, emotional, or spiritual imbalances. People often interpret the tingling sensation in your fingers or hands as a sign that these blockages are beginning to clear, allowing energy to flow more freely. This process is sometimes likened to water finally breaking through a dam. At first, you might experience an unusual sensation as the energy starts moving again. You might notice a persistent tingling in your fingertips during meditation or other mindful practices. As you continue your spiritual journey, you may find that this sensation coincides with a period of increased clarity and emotional balance in your life. You could interpret this as a sign of your energy channels opening up, facilitating your spiritual growth. Similar to this, one could view the tingling as a sign of a spiritual awakening. People often describe this as a profound shift in consciousness or perspective, which can be both exhilarating and challenging. Like a computer rebooting and updating its operating system, a spiritual awakening can bring about significant changes in your life. You might experience tingling in your hands before a transformative period in your life. You may find yourself questioning long-held beliefs, developing a deeper sense of empathy, and feeling more connected to the world around you. The initial tingling sensations could serve as a physical manifestation of the internal changes you're about to undergo. It's important to note that while these interpretations hold significance in spiritual contexts, persistent tingling can also have medical causes. Always consult with a healthcare professional if you're concerned about ongoing physical symptoms. 2. When experienced after prayer or meditation, one could interpret it as a sign of connecting with divine or angelic realms. It can also be a tangible sign that you're establishing a connection with higher realms of consciousness, divine entities, or angelic presences. People often report experiencing this phenomenon during or after spiritual practices like prayer or meditation, a time when your mind and spirit are most receptive to transcendent experiences. You might experience this sensation as a gentle buzzing or warmth spreading through your hands, almost as if you're holding a glorious mug of hot chocolate on a chilling winter night. You could interpret this physical manifestation as an acknowledgement of your spiritual efforts and a successful bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. For instance, during a particularly deep meditation session, you might suddenly become aware of a tingling sensation in your palms. This could mean that you've managed to tune into divine frequencies, much like finally getting that perfect reception on an old radio after fiddling with the dial for ages. The tingling serves as a sort of spiritual "you've got mail" notification, indicating that your connection to the divine is active and messages may be incoming. 3. It could indicate the opening or activation of certain chakras, particularly the heart chakra, which is associated with the hands. Chakra activation is a key concept in many Eastern spiritual traditions, particularly in yoga and meditation practices. The chakras are believed to be energy centers within the body, each associated with different aspects of physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. You could interpret tingling sensations in your hands as a sign that your chakras, particularly the heart chakra, are becoming more active or opening up. The heart chakra, located in the center of the chest, is often associated with love, compassion, and emotional balance. Interestingly, the hands, which we use for giving and receiving, creating and expressing ourselves, are also associated with the heart chakra. When you feel a tingling in your hands, it might be a sign that your heart chakra is becoming more open and energized, allowing you to connect more deeply with others and express love more freely. Imagine your chakras as a series of spinning wheels running along your spine. When they're all aligned and spinning smoothly, you're in top form. But sometimes they can get a bit rusty or stuck, like a fidget spinner that's seen better days. The tingling in your hands could be a sign that your heart chakra is getting a tune-up, spinning faster and more efficiently. For example, you might notice this tingling sensation during a yoga session, particularly when doing heart-opening poses or mudras, hand gestures. As you stretch and breathe, focusing on opening your heart, you may suddenly become aware of a gentle buzzing or warmth in your palms. This could be interpreted as your heart chakra activating, sending energy down your arms and into your hands, ready to share that loving energy with the world. 4. Many believe it is a sign that angels or spirit guides are trying to communicate their presence. For many spiritual seekers, the idea that angels or spirit guides might communicate their presence through physical sensations like tingling in the hands is a comforting thought, resonating with people across various belief systems. This belief suggests that we're not alone in our journey and that there are benevolent forces looking out for us. Many spiritually attuned individuals believe it's those who have crossed over to the spiritual realm reaching out to us. It's as if these non-physical beings are making their presence known, but since they can't physically touch us, the sensation manifests as a tingling or buzzing feeling. In some cases, it might even escalate to a hair-raising danger feeling. We could interpret these sensations as their way of alerting us, providing support, guidance, or protection. The intensity of the feeling might vary depending on the urgency or importance of the message they're trying to convey. This phenomenon isn't limited to moments of calm or meditation. Some report experiencing these sensations during times of stress, decision-making, or even in everyday situations. For instance, you might feel a sudden tingling while contemplating a major life decision, which some interpret as guidance from their spiritual guardians. Others describe feeling these sensations when thinking about loved ones who have passed on, viewing it as a sign of their continued presence and support from the other side. While deeply personal and subjective, these experiences often provide comfort, reassurance, and a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. 5. You can interpret the sensation as a cosmic signal, encouraging you to pause, reflect, and search within for self-discovery and healing. You can perceive tingling in your hands as a gentle nudge from the universe, encouraging you to take a moment for self-reflection and inner exploration. This suggests that these sensations are not just random occurrences, but meaningful signals designed to guide you towards personal growth and healing. You could perceive it as a cosmic reminder to pause in your hectic life and focus inward. It's as if the universe is saying, "Hey, take a breather and check in with yourself." This invitation for introspection can be particularly valuable in our fast-paced world, where we often neglect our inner lives in favor of external demands. Moments of stress or the whirlwind of daily life may cause you to notice this tingling sensation. For instance, you could be rushing through your day, ticking off tasks on your to-do list when suddenly you feel a tingling in your palms. You could interpret this as a reminder to slow down, take a deep breath, and reconnect with your inner self. Think of it like a spiritual alarm clock. Just as your morning alarm jolts you out of sleep and into wakefulness, this tingling sensation could be jolting you out of autopilot mode and into a state of mindful awareness. It's nature's way of saying, time for some soul searching. By heeding this call to introspection, you might discover insights about yourself, uncover hidden emotions, or realize the need for healing in certain areas of your life. People often view this process of self-discovery and healing as crucial for personal growth and spiritual development. 6. Diverse spiritual traditions and healing practices often interpret this sensation as a sign of spiritual power, healing energy, or divine presence. Spiritual healers, energy workers, shamans, and practitioners from various backgrounds report this sensation, which transcends any single faith or practice. Many people interpret this tingling as a sign that they are channeling or connecting with a higher power or universal energy. For instance, a Reiki practitioner might feel this sensation when preparing to channel healing energy to a client. A shaman could experience tingling as they enter a trance state to communicate with spirits or perform healing rituals. An energy worker might interpret this feeling as their hands becoming attuned to subtle energies they're about to work with. Some meditation practices may view tingling in the hands as a sign of Kundalini energy awakening. You might notice this sensation intensifying when you're about to engage in spiritual work, healing practices, or during moments of deep connection with your spiritual beliefs. It could feel like a gentle, buzzing warmth or even a magnetic pull in your palms or fingertips. Think of it as your spiritual spidey sense activating, just as the fictional superhero feels a tingling when danger is near. Your tingling hands might be alerting you to the presence of spiritual energy or the activation of your own innate healing abilities. Certain religious contexts, particularly within Christian denominations, often interpret the sensation of tingling in the hands as a manifestation of spiritual power or the presence of the Holy Spirit. People commonly refer to this experience as feeling the anointing. Your hands aren't the only places where you can feel this sensation. Some people report feeling it throughout their body, describing it as a surge of energy, a comforting warmth, or in more intense cases, a feeling of being set ablaze with spiritual fervor. Strong emotions ranging from tears of joy to a profound sense of peace and elation often accompany these physical sensations. The experience can be deeply moving, leaving individuals feeling transformed or touched by something greater than themselves. Think of it like a spiritual battery charge. You could see this tingling sensation as the Holy Spirit plugging in to divine energy, filling you with spiritual vigor and purpose, just as plugging in your phone gives it a surge of power. 7. Individuals exploring or developing their psychic abilities, as well as those becoming more attuned to their intuition, frequently report the phenomenon of hands and fingers tingling. You could interpret the tingling sensation in your hands as an indication of the awakening or strengthening of your psychic or intuitive faculties. Your hands are transforming into highly sensitive antennas, capturing subtle energies and information beyond the reach of ordinary senses. You may experience this tingling in a variety of situations related to psychic or intuitive practices. For instance, you could feel it when attempting to read someone's energy or aura, practicing psychometry, the ability to gain information about an object by touching it, engaging in intuitive or psychic readings, or meditating with the intention of developing psychic abilities. Some people also report this sensation when someone is experiencing strong emotions. You could be having a conversation with a friend and suddenly feel a tingling in your palms. You could interpret this as your intuition, picking up on unspoken information or emotions that your conscious mind hasn't yet processed. Think of it like your hands developing a sixth sense. Just as your eyes and ears provide information about the physical world, the tingling in your hands may provide information about the non-physical or energetic aspects of your environment. 8. You might interpret it as a sign of a spiritual or energetic connection with someone who is thinking about you. Energetic connection with others is a concept that suggests we can form non-physical links with people, even when they're not physically present. You could interpret the tingling sensation in your hands as a manifestation of this connection, indicating that someone is thinking about you or trying to connect with you energetically. Close relationships, like those with family members, romantic partners, or close friends, often describe this phenomenon. You might experience a sudden tingling in your hands and later discover that at that exact moment, a loved one was thinking intensely about you or going through a significant experience. Many have reported experiencing sudden tingling sensations in their palms during seemingly ordinary moments of their day. Later, they discover that a close friend or family member was going through a challenging situation at that exact time, intensely thinking of them or wishing for their support. People often interpret the synchronicity between the tingling sensation and the loved one's moment of need as more than mere coincidence. Instead, it's seen as potential evidence of an energetic connection, a non-physical link that allows for a form of communication beyond the constraints of physical proximity or conventional means of contact. Think of it as a spiritual version of a text message notification. Just as your phone vibrates to alert you of an incoming message, the tingling in your hands could be alerting you to an incoming energetic message from someone thinking about you. It's worth noting that this concept extends beyond just thinking. Some believe that strong emotions directed towards you, whether positive or negative, can also trigger these sensations. This could include someone sending you healing thoughts, praying for you, or even harboring resentment towards you. You can interpret the tingling sensations in your hands in a variety of ways, from spiritual awakenings to energetic connections. While these experiences can be profound and meaningful, it's important to approach them with a balance of openness and critical thinking. Dear chosen ones, your journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth is uniquely yours. Your experiences, including those tingling sensations in your fingers, are personal and meaningful. Whether you're interpreting these feelings as cosmic signals, like a spider sensing vibrations through its legs, or recognizing them as the result of more mundane causes, like your fingers cramping from holding your phone too long. Hey, we've all been there. Each sensation is an opportunity for reflection. The key is to remain open to the possibilities, while also maintaining a grounded perspective. After all, spiritual growth often comes from finding meaning in both the extraordinary and everyday experiences of life. Or, why not start a tingling diary to track these sensations and any corresponding events? It could potentially yield some fascinating insights, or at the very least provide you with valuable insights to share in the community. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to check out our last video. Until then, remember you're not alone on this path. May your spiritual journey be filled with profound discoveries and meaningful connections. Stay open, stay grounded, and don't forget to enjoy the ride.